Good morning. Good morning. All right, I am looking for my affirmation list, and I just want to share anybody that is here live to make sure that you are saying hello in the comments so that I know you're here because it does not show otherwise. And definitely let me know who you are and where you're signing in from so that we can have a conversation. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Georgia, and it's quite cold, but it's still beautiful. No rain, no snow, anything like that. It's sunshiny, and I plan on, once the temperature goes up just a touch, to maybe go outside and enjoy some fresh air. Right now, it doesn't feel conducive for hanging outside when there's um, a frostbite warning and all that stuff. So for me, it's like, I'll stay inside for now. And I thank God all the time that I'm not like some of the people that I see in the group that are shoveling snow and having to do all that stuff. I've never in my life had to do that. Um, and so it's, when we have a big snow or what we feel like is a big snow here in Georgia, everything stops. So you don't have to shovel, you don't have to do anything. It's just like you don't, or at least that's my experience. There may be others that they still have to get out and have to figure it out. But yeah, so I feel very blessed to not having had that experience. All right, so let's just see here. Let me get a sip of my tea. I was a minute late getting on here because I wanted to grab a cup of tea. And because when it's cold, I tend to drink a lot more teas and hot water and things like that, just because it helps to keep me nice and warm and cozy. And I did a live in the group, Make Lasting Change, for those that may be watching that aren't in the group. And it was all about how the temperature of our beverages can affect how we metabolize our food and our metabolism for weight loss. So definitely, if you're not in the group, you can go to vickypool.com and check it out, answer all the questions to be entered. And I go in there every day. This is streamed from there into these other places. But on Mondays, I do a lengthy message about things that the people in the group have mentioned that they need help with. And right now, we've got a water challenge going on. And it's just been really nice. And I actually created a form that helps people to decide how much water they really need, because it's not the same for everybody. And so anybody that's interested in getting that form, reach out or put in the comments me, and I can get that to them. Even if you're not in the group, I can get that to you. So just put me in the comments, and I will know that that is to get the water formula form. All right. All right. So let's get straight to it. So let's see, what is our affirmation for today? Hold on. Whoops. What did I do? All right. So the affirmation for the day is, I wake up today with strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. And I just was on a phone call with a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about getting clear on what we want, and visualization, and all these different things that she and I do on a continuous basis to help direct our our lives as much as we can direct them, right? And so That's a great affirmation. I wake up today with strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. Because with those two things working together, you can make such an impact on yourself and on others. And I did a workshop recently where we talked about the three different brains, because no matter what we do, we have a part of our brain that starts kind of connecting the dots. What do we need to do to make something happen? And then we have a part of our brain that starts trying to motivate us through emotion. And then we have the critter brain that starts telling us how it could go wrong and why we don't know enough and those things. So, clarity of the mind to me is that you have reached a place where you can get those three parts of your brain to work together. And that's what I covered in the workshop. And I'll be doing that again soon. And so when I get it scheduled, I will definitely let everybody know, because it was such an amazing workshop and everybody got such great clarity of the mind and knowing how to effectively get those three brains to work together, because that is paramount to being able to make a decision and follow through with it. All right, so that is our affirmation. And remember to write it on your index cards, put it on a sticky note, or do like I do with a chalk marker and put it on your mirror, because we want to put it someplace that we can see it. So you could even put it on your, create a little thing, and like you could create a statement on Facebook and then just take a screenshot of that and make that the wallpaper on your phone or the phone cover. So you can use all these things in so many different ways, and to make it be more effective for you. All right, so now let's see, what is the journal prompt? All right, the journal prompt for today is what gives you strength and clarity in difficult times. And so this will take some inter reflection to go back to some of these times that maybe you've had a difficult time and what helped you to have the strength to get through it, and what gave you the clarity to know where to go and make it better. Because one of the things that is really important for most of us to know is that you cannot be in a difficult situation and just have all the answers come to you while you're engrossed in that situation. You have to be able to remove yourself somewhat to get to a new outcome. And sometimes that comes from meditating on it. Sometimes it comes from reaching out to someone and saying, "This is what I'm going through. This is how I feel," and let them maybe help you. So I will say there are people in my life that in those instances, I know exactly who to reach out to, because they don't um, jump into the pity hole with me. They help me to see a way out. And so you have to pick and choose who you talk to when you've got a difficult time to help you, because you don't want someone that says, "Oh, poor you," and then that's it, because that's just going to sink you deeper. You want someone that says, "Well, let's look at this. What can we do to change? What do what can I help you with clarity? Where do you need some help with that?" And so you know in your heart who those people are. So it's really, really important when you are looking to have strength and clarity in a difficult situation, is can you reach out to? And if you don't have anybody to reach out to, then, if you can hire a coach, see if you can interact with some different groups on Facebook. There's plenty of free groups on Facebook that you can get in, and you can post, that you're going through this, and you'll get a litany of different kinds of answers. And you can just kind of look through and see what resonates with me, what's going to help me the most. You can go to prayer. There are so many things that you can do Because the most important thing is when you're faced with a difficult situation, it's to find a way to have some sense of control in your reaction, because we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react. And that's where the power lies. And so I love this journal prompt. So write it down at the top of your journal and just brain dump every difficult time that you can think of, and then what gave you the strength and the clarity to get through it, and or who maybe said something that helped you, and then then there's a pattern there of who you can reach out to. And the thing too is, like I've said so many times, is that when we write things out, our brain connects it differently. So by writing the physical pen or pencil, by doing that, you're actually opening up the pathways to get more insight and more information. So make sure you do that. And if you don't have a journal for this particular stuff, it would behoove you to get one. But if you can't, that's okay. Write it down on a piece of paper, get a folder, and put it in the same place, so that as you go through these processes, because we're going to be doing this for a while, and you will get a journal prompt and an affirmation every day. And by doing so, you are creating a list of things to look back on and see how far you've come, and how things have changed by going. Let's say you write the answers to this, and then in 6 months you go and you do this whole process again, this answer the same journal prompt. You're going to be surprised at how the difference in how you talk about these things, and which things show up then that were difficult. Maybe some of the things that you think are difficult now, you don't even think anything about later, right? Because sometimes when we're in the middle of something, it seems so dire. But when we get through it, we realize, oh, that was the growth I needed to get here. And it has a different feel. So, whatever you're dealing with right now, maybe in 6 months, it won't seem like a big deal at all. So, I invite you to make sure that you are journaling, using your affirmations and writing them down every single day, and keeping track of them as a way to see how far you have come. And it's funny because this morning when I was talking to my friend, she was talking about her journal and how she had looked back at some things in her journal, and that she was thinking about last year. And it's like, wow, I don't even remember that. And so it's really, really cool to look back and see what was important then and what's important now. All right, so I'm going to let you all go, and if you would, if you're live, tell me you're live. But if not, just when you watch replay, just put replay and hashtag peachy vibes, and then I would love it if you would share your a picture of your journal, or a picture of your sticky note, your index card, your affirmation, wherever you put it, and put hashtag peachy vibes. Share it in the group, and just when you share, you help someone else to feel like it's okay to share as well. And we want this space to just feel like a warm hug, a nice cup of whatever, coffee, tea, whatever it is that you have in your heart. And this is the place to sit and enjoy and share. All right. You have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mwah.